I have a note here. It's Chance and Faith's birthday, so happy birthday to you both. Well, good evening. Real quickly, I can't tell you how excited we are to perform for you tonight. Thank you all so much for coming. Just to kind of contextualize this concert for you a little bit, we're not really doing a holiday concert. We had sort of a different theme this quarter. So in first quarter, we kind of focused on that was our theme. And so we thought about the self through reflections and goal setting and kind of considering our personal stories and how we connect to music in different ways. But this quarter our focus was on us. So as an ensemble, we were kind of thinking about the community. So building community, through different kinds of activities and small group compositions, things like that. But also we did a lot of things with the large group and kind of decision-making kind of things in our pieces today that you'll see. So that's kind of a through line throughout this performance. There was a deliberate kind of intention to do something a little different. So we were trying to consider ways that we as a group can create and perform music. But it was kind of always with the idea of how do we bring our ideas to life? And oftentimes the teacher is kind of at the center of a lot of decisions, and I really tried to flip things a little bit for them, much to their chagrin, I'm sure. But the goal was to kind of get them to express the group's identity more organically. And admittedly, this was kind of it stretched me as a teacher, and I think it stretched a lot of us as musicians and kind of how we conceptualize participating in an orchestra. I actually wrote a lot of things here, but I'm not going to say them all. This is a really fun quarter. It was challenging at times, frustrating at times, sharing your ideas, making your voice heard, considering the needs of others as well as the needs of the group, and your own personal interests is tricky. But hopefully tonight, we prepared a great concert for you, and hopefully you can kind of see that joy and energy and effort that was put into it. I know I really, really enjoyed seeing this performance come together. So I'm going to stop talking. We'll play our first piece, which is a medley from Pixar's film Ratatouille. Okay. These masks make it hard to conduct and breathe at the same time. So real quickly, I wanted to share a story about that last piece. So at the beginning of the quarter, actually, it's a story that kind of, I think, shares like the quality of this concert that was super serendipitous, but also like perfect, and you couldn't have asked for it to be any more perfect. And it sort of sets up our next piece as well. So at the beginning of this quarter, Joseph Shim was helping organize the music library in the orchestra room, and he found a piece of music, and it was Ratatouille, and we were kind of like, oh, that'd be fun to play. And the next day, the ISU clinical students were coming in to work with the orchestra, and we had just finished our concert, so we didn't have new pieces to play yet. So we just pulled it out, and something kind of quick and fun to play for the ISU students. And we weren't planning to use it in the concert, but it sort of ended up becoming the piece that was part of our repertoire for this quarter. And as I was trying to figure out like how this ties into the theme of our concert, I was thinking about the movie, and it's about a rat who cooks in a kitchen. And it dawned on me that the theme is really perfect. So it's really like who's allowed to make what in whatever spaces, right? So it's really, ultimately the idea of great art can kind of come from anyone and anywhere. And as I was kind of further on researching this piece for the concert, I found this great story that I'll just share super quickly. This woman, Emily Jacobson, she was cleaning her apartment, and she was just made up some little melody, and the words go like this: Remy, the ratatouille, the rat of all my dreams. And she made up this little song and then recorded it and kind of shifted up her voice a little bit so she sounded like a chipmunk, and then sent it to her friends and family on TikTok. And then it disappeared for a while, but months later, a more well-known TikToker actually created a funny little video where her song was in the background, and it blew up. And so other people started using her Remy, the rat of all my dreams song in the background of their videos. And somehow, long story short, it became this thing that a composer found out about it and ended up composing sort of like a Disney finale, end of a Disney musical kind of piece about it. And it spun into all of these TikTokers, composers, artists, dancers, choreographers, set designers. They ended up all creating these little pieces of what ultimately became Ratatouille the musical, which was just on TikTok. So all this was just on TikTok. And I think, they ended up raising like millions of dollars to help actors who are out of work during COVID, and it ended up becoming this big thing. And I recognize that's a kind of a unrealistic story, but it's a great story about how art can just come from anywhere. The girl was literally vacuuming her floor or whatever, and managed to come up with something that really made a dent in the world. So that's part of it. I'm so sorry. I'm almost done. No. You shouldn't clap for me because that always means nothing good. So our next piece, we were actually, we were trying to kind of, I guess it sort of celebrates the more diverse artists and styles and sounds of modern music. And we had asked at the end of the first quarter, some students had asked why they don't get to pick the music. And that's a tricky question because it's not as easy as just like, I want to play this piece or I want to do this song. There's always a lot more work that goes into that. But anyways, I wanted to give it a try and see how we did. So we collected some ideas and music that we're interested in. Anyways, we kind of came up with the idea of performing a song by Black Violin. It's a violin and viola duet who kind of mix classical music with hip hop. And so we went with that and sort of played around with it. And instead of purchasing the music from the publishing company, that the money wouldn't directly go to the artist who created this song, Black Violin. It would go to some publishing company. We decided to kind of create our own version of it, sort of like a rock band might do when they're learning cover songs in their garage. So we kind of arranged this song by ourselves, and some of the students figured out the main part of the song, And we even composed, as a class, we composed the middle section of the song. And then we kind of created a little background accompaniment music. So anyway, that's all to say, like, great art can come from anywhere and anybody can do it. And that, I think, was sort of the theme, the real theme of this quarter. I'm so sorry I spoke for so long. Let's play some music. But you should watch the Ratatouille, the musical. It was fantastic. Here we go. Oh, it's A flat in A. We had to transpose it by Black Violin, arranged by us. All right. Closing thoughts. I'll keep it short. So our final piece for you tonight is a piece from Howl's Moving Castle, which is an incredible anime by Miyazaki. Check it out if you've never seen it. This is a piece that's been requested a million times, and keeping in theme with letting them choose what we're doing, we went for it. So we kind of arranged this one again ourselves to make it work for our orchestra. So just really quickly, I'd like to give a big thank you to all the people who make these concerts happen. So Mr. Webb, who does, everything. Mr. Greenfield for recording performances and editing the videos. Obviously to Mr. Landis and Mrs. Corpus for just being awesome. And Emma Bottingley for the programs tonight, so thank you for that. And a huge thank you to the orchestra for their, their efforts, their patience, and good spirits. So with that, we're going to finish up with Merry-Go-Round of Life from Howl's Moving Castle. And then the chamber orchestra is going to perform a short piece for you from Mozart. we're going to do a quick transition here. Orchestra, you can head off to drop off your instruments. If you need me back up at the top of the stairs, chamber, good for you.
From St. Louis and then senior year Grand Nats.
If you look at tonight's schedule, it's pretty stacked with some amazing groups.
Joining us from Normal, Illinois, please welcome the University High School Marching Band. University's program is entitled Corazon Palpito.
end the season, you guys. Such a tight performance.
So thank you for your patience with our transitions today, and thank you for being here this evening. What you just saw was just over 3 weeks ago, and so it's been a pretty quick turnaround from there to now we're up here on stage for the first time in a couple of years to perform a concert band program for you. So I'm super excited that we get to do this again, and super proud of the kids and how they made the quick transition from what was a very long marching season into preparing for this holiday concert tonight. So we hope you enjoy our music, and I think we've got just about everybody in place here. Again, thank you for your patience, and we'll move right along here. Well, once again, thank you for coming out tonight. Winter sure did arrive today, didn't it? And so we hope that we've warmed you up here a little bit this evening with our music. Thanks for being such a great audience, and enjoy the rest of your holiday season. We hope that you'll join us afterwards for a cookie reception in the lounge after the performance. Thank you so much.
They have been absolutely incredible to work with, so we got to show our appreciation. So please join me in thanking them for all their hard work.
Please join us out in the lobby for some refreshments.
My toes. 1, 2, 3.
That's worked out so far.
That's the one lesson.